It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Hey everyone, it's Thursday, October 23rd, and you're watching What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain, and tonight we've got the latest news, and yes, we're diving into the serious conversations that matter. So buckle up, get ready, and let's jump straight into What's Trending. Melissa's churning in the Atlantic and could reach hurricane strength in days. What does that mean for the Bahamas? We've got the latest track, timing, and what you should be doing on Weather Wire. Plus, World Food Day may be over, but the adventure continues. Discover food, family, and flavor stories you won't want to miss. And storms don't just damage homes, they damage budgets. Join Economics as we crunch the cost and show why planning ahead is worth every cent. The conversation continues right after the break. As Tropical Storm Melissa turns in the Atlantic, all eyes on her, and for good reason. The system is strengthening fast and could become a hurricane within days. Now, with so many still feeling the effects of past storms, being prepared is critical. That's why we brought in meteorologist Basil Dean to walk us through what we need to know and when we need to act. Welcome to What's Trending, Basil.
Well, it's good to be here.
It's great to have you here with us. So we know Tropical Storm Melissa is being watched closely. So can you start by giving us the latest track the storm is on and its intensity?
Well, let's start with the latest positioning of Melissa. Right now, it's well to the southeast of Kingston, Jamaica, and about 290 miles to the southwest of Port-au-Prince, Haiti. That gives you some geographical mapping as of this system, and it's barely crawling towards the northwest now at about 2 miles per hour. Earlier it was moving towards the northwest at 5 miles per hour, but that has slowed down to 2 miles per hour. And that is very dangerous because it gives it an opportunity to develop. But the maximum sustained winds have also decreased slightly to 45 miles per hour, but we expect that to gradually increase over the next couple of days. And Melissa is anticipated to become a hurricane as early as tomorrow evening. So we're not out of the woods yet.
So what are the models showing in terms of its path towards the Bahamas?
Well, all of the models are not in agreement with this particular tropical storm, but the majority of them are taking it just to the south of Jamaica, and then that turn, as you can see on our graphics, towards the north, which should take place sometime over the weekend. But there are other models which are keeping it well towards the west. Should that happen, well, that's the scenario that we would like to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. But as I said, the majority of the models are keeping it turning towards the north and eventually towards the northeast, which will head towards the Bahamas.
And based on its current projections, what kind of impact could we see here? That's in terms of rain, wind, storm surge?
Well, let's start with the rain. Certainly we're going to get some rain out of this system. We're already beginning to get some of those feeder bands working its way into the southeast Bahamas. So all of Hispaniola, even Puerto Rico, as you can see on our map, Jamaica, they are all experiencing some level of precipitation as we speak. But as the system gets a little closer, we'll see some more heavier showers working their way into these islands. Hispaniola, as early as today, they're already starting to experience some heavy flooding conditions on the island of Hispaniola, and it's only going to get worse over the next several days. But as far as the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, they too will experience some heavy showers and even some thunderstorms later on tonight.
So then, Basil, what should Bahamians be doing right now to prepare even before the watches or warnings are issued?
But right now, residents, particularly in the central and the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, should rush to complete their preparation for the arrival of Melissa. Whether it comes or not, preparation is the key, and we cannot gamble on this one because we do not know exactly how intense it will be once it gets over Cuba over the weekend. So we're certainly looking to see how much damage Cuba can do to the system. But remember, the waters of the Bahamas are very, very warm, very, very shallow, and that will allow for rapid intensification to take place. So we want to treat this one as though it's a hurricane coming our way, so prepare accordingly for the arrival of Melissa.
Now, you mentioned the issue with rain. I know the grounds are still very saturated, and I know people are thinking a storm again. Like, are we not past this? Are we, winding down for the hurricane season?
No, we're certainly not, and we still have several more weeks left in the hurricane season. We're not done until about the 30th, and that's only the official hurricane season. We do have hurricanes and tropical storms forming outside of the hurricane season. But for the official purposes, we have until the 30th of November. And if I can just rewind a bit, back in 2001, you remember there was Hurricane Michelle.
Yes.
Around the same time of the year, following basically the same track of Melissa. It was slightly more west than Melissa, and that too came over Cuba, and it got broken up a bit, but it still passed through the northwest Bahamas as a Category 1 hurricane. So that could give you some ideas what can possibly happen with Melissa as the system moves off the north coast of Cuba, and that should take place sometime on Monday morning.
So any common misconceptions you would like to clear up about this storm or any storms in general?
Slow-moving storms are always very, very difficult to predict, and as a result, we simply ask the public to be very patient and allow this system to work its way to get into a more favorable steering stream. And once that develops, we'll have a better fix on which direction the system will go. But for now, we are going to go with the bulk of the models, which are all keeping this system turning west by the weekend, then back towards the north as we head into Sunday. And this is where we expect rapid intensification to take place, and this could become a Category 3 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale. So that we talk about winds in excess of 111 miles per hour, which is a very, very dangerous storm. So take it very, very seriously and begin to make your preparation for the arrival of Melissa.
Well, thank you so much, Basil, for keeping us informed and, of course, grounded. We have enough time to do what we need to do here and in other parts of the Bahamas. So thank you so, so much. And, of course, the ZNS Network will continue to bring you the latest updates on Tropical Storm Melissa throughout the week. From storm prep to stirring the pot, we're celebrating World Food Day and how food sparks creativity and connection. So much more after the break. Last week marked World Food Day, celebrated under the theme Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future, highlighting the importance of healthy cooking and sustainable eating. Joining us in studio is Chef Mark Grant, a passionate advocate for fresh, local flavors and eco-friendly kitchen practices, as well as his son, Aiden. But life in the kitchen isn't always smooth. The microburst damages operations, a powerful reminder that food, community, and resilience truly go hand in hand. Welcome back, Chef Mark and Chef Junior. Good to see you both.
Yes, thank you for having us.
All right, so Chef, let's start at the beginning. What inspired you to become a chef, and how have you used your role to encourage kids and families to explore healthy eating and sustainable practices?
Yes, well, becoming a chef has always been a childhood dream of mine. And so, of course, it's a way to bring family together, put smiles on people's faces, and be creative, as I usually do.
I
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
right? So you've made sustainability a focus in your kitchen. Can you share some of the ways in which you incorporate local ingredients, reduce waste, and make cooking fun and educational for young people?
Well, for me, I usually try my best to incorporate local ingredients that you would find in the Bahamas in most of my both savory and sweet dishes to, bring that twist as we usually do.
And you've brought
And
a
of
few
course,
here with
yes.
us too. We see the coconut And
the sweet potato from the back of the yard, yes.
I know, right? So you got to connect.
Yes.
So, of course, you've lived through a microburst. How did that experience affect you personally and professionally, and how has it shaped the way you think about food, community, and resilience?
Well, it was a unique experience. It felt like I was in a movie when I experienced it, but thankfully I came out unharmed, alive. Of course, there were damages done to the home and furniture, equipment, and all of that, but it made me appreciate the persons around me because, you know, everyone was calling, sending prayers, offering assistance the best way they can, and it was an encouragement for me, so I kept pushing. Although, you know, it was a bit of a disappointment in terms of having to figure out where to start, you know, and so forth, but everything came together as time went
So you
on.
saw your community pull together and do
Yes.
everything for
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
So World Food Day, as we mentioned earlier, is celebrated under the theme Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future. It's all about turning healthy eating and sustainability into real life action. So obviously, I see you brought Chef Junior here, and we
Yes.
want to get him in the mix before he gets a little bit antsy. So what are you guys going to be doing for us today? I see some fruits.
Yes.
And some
so
whipped
we're
cream.
going-
So are you excited, Aiden?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, awesome. So what are we making today?
So we're making a watermelon pizza.
Okay.
So it's not a pizza with watermelon on it, because that's something Chef Mark might do, you know? He might keep that.
We know you can try a thing,
I was
right?
thinking of that.
So,
Yes,
so you
he's-
actually wanted that.
yeah.
You like his creativity.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, okay. So what are we
And
going to
so-
start with?
Of course, encourage healthy eating and something children can relate to, a pizza, which is most of our favorite,
Yeah,
you know,
children love pizza.
fun food, or, you know, something that you get on the weekends. And so you have a pineapple slice to resemble a pizza. And so
A watermelon.
Watermelon,
Pineapple
sorry.
on your
Yes,
mind, I see.
yes.
Yes,
See
you-
that?
you
That
really-
yellow
you-
just popping.
Let me see another thought you wanted to do it.
Yes. And so we have the watermelon here, and so we have a whipped cream that
Okay.
we use. It's a healthier version to like frosting or any cream cheese topping and all of that.
Okay.
So it's light, and it complements the fruits. We are incorporating some of our local fruits as well, pineapple, mangoes, and some berries and kiwi for color.
Okay.
And so, Aiden, you're going to help me pipe the whipped cream on the watermelon.
And this is like a fun, easy way that
Yes.
obviously parents can interact with their kids in a nice and light exercise. You have the watermelon.
Yes,
I don't know
ma'am.
how many a chef trained to get the piping down
Yes,
pat,
or
but
you
it's
could just-
obviously something fun, right?
You could spread it on with a spoon. It doesn't have to be with a piping tip and bag. Okay, so I could demo that side as well. So
Okay.
if you want to get fancy, you can do that.
Okay.
Or, you know, your whipped cream, you could just spread it on there.
Okay, so you
And
can
so-
make it as fun and as messy as
Yes.
you want to make it. And then you
Yes,
just,
and
so
then
what are
you
some of
just-
the toppings you want to include in it?
Yes, sorry. And so we have some blueberries here.
So
Okay.
you like blueberries, Aiden?
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
You want to put some on?
Pizza.
Pineapples. You can just drop it on.
Okay.
You can sprinkle it over. Whoops.
You're making a really pineapple-y pizza.
Yes, this we can use our hands. Okay, and so some raspberries.
Yeah.
So this is something you want to do in the future, Aiden? You see yourself becoming a chef as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. This looks like a whole lot of fun.
Yes, and
So, Chef Mark, looking ahead, what's next for you in terms of your outreach, your upcoming projects, any plans you want to share with us?
at least for now, I am moving towards the storefront, and so because everything was kind of home based for quite some time.
Okay, so you're
And
finally
so-
branching out.
Yes, so I'm with a shared space with the cookie caterer now.
Okay.
And that's pretty much a unique experience. And, you know, we're getting creative, learning the market.
Okay, so we're going to
terms
have a
of-
lot of fun. So we see
Yes.
the pizza is
Yes.
coming together. Thank you again so much, Chef Mark, Aiden, for
Yes.
joining us on What's Trending today. It's been a whole lot of fun, and we're going to see how this pizza tastes
Yes.
after all the fun and experiments. So we've talked A lot about food on the table. Now let's talk about what happens when a storm takes it away. Economics is next, breaking down the real cost of hurricanes and weather disasters on the Bahamas.
Diet-friendly special.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations, excluding the airport and food truck.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300. A comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
Economics, presented by Sand Dollar, the digital Bahamian dollar. As the hurricane season rolls on and Tropical Storm Melissa looms in the Atlantic, the economic stakes for the Bahamas could not be higher for this island nation. Storms aren't just meteorological events, they are major financial shocks. Take Hurricane Dorian in 2019. The total damage for the Bahamas was estimated at about $3.4 billion, roughly a quarter of this nation's annual economic output. Over the last 2 decades, hurricanes and weather-related events have cost the Bahamas some $6.7 billion, more than half of the economy of just one recent year. Much of the cost hits the housing and tourism sectors. For example, in the aftermath of Dorian, the majority of impact was in Abaco and Grand Bahama, with housing losses and tourism infrastructure taking heavy hits. A 2025 report by the International Monetary Fund warned that without adaptation, climate shocks could reduce Bahamian potential economic output by up to 11% by 2100. The good news, investing in resilience pays off. According to the IMF modeling, spending on flood barriers, seawalls, restored mangroves, and storm-resilient infrastructure could boost long-term output by as much as 9% and substantially reduce future losses. But the challenge remains, with 80% of the land in the Bahamas sitting just 1.5 meters above sea level, and with frequent tropical cyclone exposure, the island chain's economy is more vulnerable than many of its Caribbean neighbors. That means current storms like Melissa aren't just a weather story, they're a business story. So what does this mean for business owners, investors, and every Bahamian? First, preparedness is more than just keeping shutters ready. It means building insurance strategies, adapting operations, diversifying beyond tourism, and supporting stronger infrastructure. Second, governments and public agencies must budget not just for recovery, but for resilience, because the cost of rebuilding is high. The cost of not rebuilding is even higher. For local firms, every storm delay means lost revenue for tourists. Every shuttered resort means fewer visitors. For investors, every damaged airport or pier is a reminder risk must be priced in. As the Bahamas stares through another active season, the message is clear. The cost of storms is real, but so too are the opportunities if we act ahead. And that's been Your Economics.
Now that we've learned how to weather a financial storm, it's time for a different kind of splash. From the ocean to your plate, Bahama Mama Seafood Pit is serving up bold flavors and big stories. This week on our Celebration Key Meet the Vendor series, meet the team that's making an amazing seafood sizzle.
Welcome to Celebration Key Meet the Vendor series, where we sat down with our vendors one-on-one, where they shared their story and their journey to becoming vendors at Celebration Key.
My name is Dione Pinder, and I'm representing Bahama Mama Seafood Pit. So Bahama Mama Seafood Pit was established in 2016. We had a mission to give each tourist that visit our islands a chance to have authentic Bahamian food conveniently and also at a good price. So that was the reason why we decided to go onto Freeport Harbor and start selling our food. So initially, we found out about Celebration Key via the news. They reached out to us because, like I said, we are a vendor on Freeport Harbor already. So we had the initial interview process after we filled out the application. And then after that, they actually came to Freeport Harbor and they tried our food, and we basically sold ourselves to them. They tried the food, and that was it from there. As a Grand Bahamian, this was a great opportunity for us. You know, everyone always says, oh, Grand Bahama, we don't have that much things going on for us. So when we heard about Celebration Key, we was like, this is a great opportunity. This is a way to build the economy. So for us personally, to be a part of this, this was truly a magnificent opportunity. Guests can expect authentic Bahamian food at a reasonable price, of course. And we also specialize in our jerk seasoning and our jerk sauce, so everyone always looks forward to that. We have tourists that also come back and they ask for that, so I can say that they can be excited for our jerk sauce and seasoning on our menu. We are also known for our lobster. We have great lobster. We have deep-fried lobster. We also have grilled lobster available. I can say that that is also something you can look forward to. Something that I'm looking forward to are the different guests and personalities that I hope to meet that come and visit every day, and also just the experience overall. My name is Dione Pinder, representing Bahama Mama Seafood Pit, and we're so excited to serve you at Celebration Key.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer, Mark, crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
nation pauses to remember the life of the late Honorable Vaughn Miller, a man who served his people with purpose and passion.
You are the leaders of tomorrow. You all will one day be the inheritors and successors.
Join the ZNS Network for live simulcast coverage of his state funeral. Our teams will be there every step of the way as tributes are paid to a life of service and faith. Friday, October 24th, beginning at 8:30 a.m.
And that's a wrap for a trending week. See you on Monday at 6 p.m. Follow us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS for show clips and behind-the-scenes moments. Also, he was a voice for the people and a servant of the nation. This Friday, we honor the life and legacy of the late Honorable Vaughn Miller. Join the ZNS Network as we bring you live coverage of his state funeral beginning at 8:30 a.m.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. The promise kept, the official handover of the Abaco shelter taking place today. The Minister of Health and Wellness providing an update on the Rand Memorial Hospital morgue. And a brief power outage reported at Grand Lucayan Hotel during the turnover process. We've got the details.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news, the government making good on its promise to construct a state-of-the-art hurricane center on the island of Abaco. Government officials formally handing over the newly constructed hurricane shelter and community center in Central Pines, Abaco, a facility built to withstand Category 5 hurricane conditions and now poised to serve as a major asset for the local residents. The handover ceremony was led by the minister responsible for disaster risk management and reconstruction, the Honorable Leon Lundy, and also on hand was the Minister of Social Services, the Honorable Miles K. LaRota. The 12,000 square foot facility, elevated 2 feet above sea level, has the capacity to accommodate between 400 and 800 persons in the event of a storm. Its construction was made possible through a $1 million in funding from the Government of India via the United Nations Development Program initiative targeting climate resilience in small island nations, together with a $110,000 donation from the Chinese embassy. Now, this facility directly fulfills the government's earlier promise to deliver a high-performance community center and shelter in Central Pines for residents of Abaco following the devastation caused by Hurricane Dorian on September 1st, 2019. While following Hurricane Dorian's destruction to Grand Bahama and Abaco, there long existed concerns surrounding the condition of the Rand Memorial Hospital's morgue. Tonight, Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, is providing an update on the status of repairs and operations at that facility. More details in this report.
Unfortunately, the system that arrived in country was not what was purchased, and it could not be assembled.
The morgue at the Rand Memorial Hospital in Freeport has long been a concern for both residents and health professionals following the devastation of Hurricane Dorian in 2019, which caused extensive flooding and infrastructural damage. The facility's morgue was left in a state of disrepair. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says temporary measures were put in place by the Public Hospitals Authority to ensure the safe storage of remains.
Yes, what we have is we have a working arrangement with one of the local funeral homes that are responsible for housing the remains of loved ones from from the Rand Memorial Hospital and by extension, any other private facility.
Dr. Darville adds that the Ministry of Health continues to work closely with PHA and the local contractors to complete the remaining upgrades, including the installation of modern cold storage units.
We would like to get this completed as soon as possible. It's very unfortunate that the system that arrived in Grand Bahama was the wrong system and is much larger than the space that was allocated for it. It is not the fault of the contractor, and it was not the fault of the PHA. It was the fault of the manufacturer sending the wrong piece of equipment to Grand Bahama that has resulted in a delay in the completion of that project.
Now, while the health minister could not provide a definite timeline for the arrival of the new system, he assured that efforts are underway to have it installed as soon as possible.
Our quantity survey is now in the final discussions with the contractor to finalize that particular renovation of the mall facility at the Rand. I will keep you informed and the residents of Grand Bahama informed as it relates to when the cooler system, the appropriate cooler system, will be in the country for.
Switching gears now, earlier this morning, reports came in that power had been disconnected at the Grand Lucaine Resort. The 56-acre resort was sold by the government in May 2025 for $120 million as part of an $827 million redevelopment plan. However, Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Raming, confirms that there was a brief issue during the turnover process between the government and the developer, Concord Wilshire Capital. But the matter has been resolved and electricity has since been restored.
The government of the Bahamas advised the public that there was a brief issue during the turnover process between the developer and the government. The matter of power supply at Grand Lucaine has been resolved and the electricity has been reconnected. This was a matter of reconciling the utility bills, attributing which one belonged to the government and which belonged to the new owners. We remind the public that there is no occupancy at the property. The operation remains in transition as redevelopment efforts continue.
Now, once construction is completed, the Grand Lucaine is expected to transform into a luxury mixed-use destination featuring a cruise port, hotel, casino, and marina. In other news, a community is demanding justice after a 7 months pregnant mother was killed in New Providence. Her unborn child also lost its life, and residents are calling for the accused to be charged with double murder, while urging the justice system to update its laws to reflect changing times. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
As the nation mourns the tragic murder of a missing pregnant woman in New Providence, a pressing question has emerged. Will the accused face the double murder charge? Under current Bahamian law, a fetus is not recognized as a child until it exists outside the womb. But in the wake of this heartbreaking case, many are calling for this decades-old law to be revisited and reformed.
The law is saying that in order for a charge of murder or manslaughter, there has to be a living person. Now, of course, there's a lot of scientific evidence on when is the person living or not living.
If a child conceived is already instilled with the soul from God, it means that that's a human being.
Fetuses are viable beings, even in the womb. And we know this because we can deliver a baby at varying stages, and even in 23, 24, 25 weeks.
The fetus, from inception, is a living being.
Residents believe this tragedy claims not just one life, but two. They believe the 7-month-old fetus could have survived and insist the accused should be charged with both deaths.
Even if the mother dies, the baby at 7 months can be surgically removed from the mother's womb and can still live. Now, of course, the longer the baby stays into the body of a dead mother, then the baby will die as well.
If someone is accused of murdering a pregnant woman, knowing that she's pregnant, and that murder results in the death of the infant as well, because it doesn't always, then absolutely that person ought to be charged with 2 crimes.
And my belief is that if he is being charged with the murder of that woman, he's consecutively, conjunctly should be charged with the death of that child.
Now residents are making an appeal for an amendment to what they call an outdated law.
The law should be amended where it's placed in the Constitution.
If something happened to that lady at 7 months, something other than an intentional murder, we can deliver that child and they would go on to be healthy adults. So I think the law ought to reflect the fact that that is a viable being that was murdered. Absolutely.
As scientists are able to say that a baby can live from a certain period of time, then the law needs to change to fit in with the societal and the scientific data that is necessary.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Thanks, Yolanda. Switching gears now, addiction for many is a silent struggle that can go unnoticed and oftentimes untreated. In an effort to raise awareness and promote continuous learning about various types of addictions, healthcare professionals took part in a seminar facilitated by the International Society of Substance Abuse Professionals. This seminar brought to light the dangers of addiction and how it goes beyond drugs and alcohol, affecting everything from gambling to social media use. Sherelle Deems has more in this report.
Behind these doors, people can seek help for addiction, a chronic brain disease, much like hypertension or diabetes. Dr. Sean Knoll, psychiatric medical specialist, says that addiction recovery requires more than just willpower alone. It simply demands clinical intervention.
A management plan has to put in place, and so the management would entail a multidisciplinary approach. For the person who is dealing with severe issues as it relates to their mental illness, particularly substance use disorder, that may require them being admitted to an inpatient program.
Meanwhile, in current times and with increasing pressures on the younger generation, Dr. Knowles warns that new forms of addiction are on the rise and encourages parents to engage in open communication with their children.
With a lot of the trauma that's being handed down, passed down to these generations, it's causing them to seek solace. And unfortunately, it's through substances or using their devices, and they end up developing addictions to that. As parents, you now have to put boundaries to help your kids. Encourage your kids to talk about the problems they're dealing with at school. We think that kids, they don't pay any bills, and so their life is supposed to be happy. Not so. You know, they're dealing with bullying at school. They don't know how to deal with that, violence.
Speaking to the Science of Addiction, psychiatrist Dr. Petra Forbes stresses that all addictions, whether substance-based or behavioral, play a role in altering the brain's chemistry and requires medical treatment.
As you're gambling, as you're drinking, as you're engaging in pornography, all of those things give you a high. So there's a biological basis for it, and I want the Bahamas to know that the individuals aren't weak. They're not choosing it. The neurochemistry and the neurocircuitry is driving this behavior.
Healthcare Representative Eltoya McPhee highlighted the importance of providing patient care with compassion and not judgment.
On a patient-centered care, meaning that we don't judge the person who comes in, but we accept the person for who they are and realize that they're actually struggling with an addiction and that we are there to help and to support them.
Whether it's chasing a loss, seeking a dopamine rush, or filling an emotional void, addiction doesn't discriminate. From the single mother of 3 to the CEO of a company, it can affect anyone. But medical professionals want you to know that help is available. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
And still to come.
Freeport Primary School hosts its annual awards and prefect pinning ceremony. Stay with us. Sports and weather are just ahead.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Happy birthday, Dolly! And what better way to celebrate than having a store-wide sale? Come and celebrate with us on October 24th and 25th and get 25% off store-wide. Get ready for Christmas Earl with a special sale on Christmas decorations. It's our gift to you to say thank you as we celebrate another year. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Your one-stop shop. Dolly Madison.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Celebration Key employees, Right Now Auto has a deal just for you. Get compact cars for only $225 weekly or $725 monthly with a 3-day minimum and no deposit required. Call 816-4239 or visit Right Now Auto in Freeport today. Get inspired at Paint Fair's Color and Design Trends 2026, one night only, November 11th at 6 p.m. at Bellevue Lane. Free event, limited seating, reserve on Facebook or call Paint Fair at 352-9788.
Grand Bahama, get ready. This is yours truly, Pastor Laquez Williams, inviting you to a live concert at Jubilee Cathedral this November 16th at 6 p.m. Live in concert with Peter Key, How I Cross Over, and Bishop Simeon Outen, and many others. You don't want to miss it. We will also have special appearance by Sunland Baptist Academy students. Part proceeds goes to Sunland Baptist Academy renovation. You don't want to miss this amazing concert.
My name is Coach Mick. I'm the director here at Sacred and Fit, where we offer boot camp classes, personal training. Whatever fitness goals are, we can help you attain it. Whether it's to lose weight, to put on muscle, whatever it is. You know, we got the trainers here and the expertise to help you attain those goals. And the whole mission with that is, you know, to provide a high-quality service, right, with half of the price. So that's not competitive edge. We have a great community. We got great accountability. Whether it's a meal plan that you need an extra motivation, whatever you need, we got here. And we're located at Stadium Life, the old bowling alley, right this side of the building. You come in, you'll hear the music. Our boot camp classes are 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and 6 p.m., right? Any other time outside of that, it's personal training and small group classes. So you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, at Sacred and Fit. That's SACRED and FIT and Fit. Or you can send us a message at 807-5670. We'll love to get in contact with you and help you start your fitness journey.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. It was a day filled with pride, applause, and celebration as Freeport Primary School hosted its annual awards and prefect pinning ceremony under the theme Excellence Without Excuse. The journey continues. The event held at the Community at Heart Tabernacle Church of God of Prophecy brought together proud parents, teachers, and students to honor hard work, dedication, and leadership.
Loved ones filled the sanctuary, cameras in hand, as students from Freeport Primary School showcased their talents through song. Gia Walker, principal at Freeport Primary School, congratulated the students on their achievements, encouraging them to continue striving for greatness both in and out of the classroom. She also praised the teachers and parents for their continued support and commitment to shaping the next generation of leaders.
Students, seize the opportunities to become leaders within your school and your community, knowing that the habits that you build now will shape you into the adult leaders our world needs. Remember, your efforts today lay the foundation for a bright and impactful future.
The highlight of the ceremony was the inspiring address delivered by Deputy General Manager of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas Northern Service, Shashina Rule-Farquharson, a proud alumna of Freeport Primary School.
We are the best. We are conquerors. The mighty, mighty conquerors. That's right.
Rule-Farquharson reminisced on her days as a mighty, mighty conqueror, sharing stories of her time as a student and how those early experiences helped her shape into the broadcaster she is today. She reminded the students that excellence begins with belief in oneself and determination to rise above challenges.
And it all boils down to teachers recognizing something so special about students. Teachers recognize it sometimes even before the parents recognize it, and they pull it out of us. Even when I remember being a child and being so scared, standing up in front of my peers, reading the same way Jemiah did, but we did it.
And Rolf Farquharson also commended the teachers for their impact, noting that their belief in their students often light the path to success.
Thank you, because you're not just teaching lessons, you are shaping destinies. And it doesn't happen in high school, it happens right now. Primary school is the foundation.
As prefect badges were pinned and certificates distributed, the excitement in the room was undeniable. Parents beamed with pride, cheering on their children, the next generation of achievers, as they step confidently into their new roles. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shirley Earl.
Great story there. Well, the Ministry of Tourism, Investment and Aviation is once again hosting Oktoberfest, the Beer and Barbecue Festival. The event is quickly becoming a favorite on the island's entertainment calendar. Senator James Turner says it's the perfect setting to celebrate culture, cuisine, and community spirit.
Gotta love it when a government puts their money where their mouth is. I've heard the Minister of Grand Bahama, I've heard the Minister of Tourism continue to say that Grand Bahama ought to be the home of festivals, the home of good times. And once again, they're presenting the Oktoberfest. You know, you can do it once and you can get lucky. But when you can do it annually, and now we're at our 3rd annual event, you know something special is happening.
From music to food and fun competitions, festival coordinators say this event promises something for everyone.
We have live DJ music, backgammon and domino games will run all day. We have a fire dance by Robin Major, Chunkunu Rush Out by Kingdom Culture, live performances by Top Tier Band, and also Papa Smurf and Gino D.
We'll have complimentary round-trip visitor transportation from all hotels on the island to the site. We'll also have a free pig roast to come on out and enjoy. We have a saucy sauce competition for locals and visitors to enjoy. Persons will have to make their own secret sauce with the ingredients provided.
And once again, the Oktoberfest kicks off on October 25th from 1 to 7 p.m. at the Freetown Heritage Festival site in the East End community, my hometown there. Big day for VJ Edgecombe, Jay.
VJ looked like Michael Jordan last night. The entire country watched VJ. He was just absolutely phenomenal, Remiko.
Absolutely. That's coming your way next. After the break, be sure to stay tuned.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products that bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Ladies, are you losing the battle of the bulge? You know, you feel sluggish, tired, and them pants just ain't fitting how they used to? Well, that could be a sign of poor gut health. You want to make sure you're drinking lots of water. Also, you want to make sure you're eating your fruits and vegetables. You're getting all your fiber in from those fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, high fiber fruits, all of those. And also, you take a high probiotic foods such as yogurt, sauerkraut, olives, and drinking your kombucha and apple cider vinegar can help keep your gut health in check. And if you need an extra boost, you can consider getting a cleanse. A good cleanse helps to get all that waste that's been backed up in there, get all that waste out, and to help reset your digestive system. Once you do that, you can look at taking a probiotic supplement. They have a high dose of probiotics, which help feed the good bacteria in your stomach and help your digestive health to stay in check. And if you need just a little bit more, you can take actual digestive enzymes. They are the enzymes that help break down the food you eat. You know, if you're someone who's lactose intolerant or gluten sensitive and some of these foods affect you, taking a little extra enzyme can help, you know, sort of curb that a bit. So you have less of that gas, less of that bloating, less of those negative side effects from eating those foods. You want to make sure your gut health is in check. Your gut is your second brain and affects how your whole body functions, everything from your mood, energy levels, and so on. So if you need any of these supplements, you can start by the Fitness Connection. Check us out.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Top and Sports. DJ Edgecombe made his NBA debut last night with the Philadelphia 76ers, and he sure did put on a show. The third overall pick from this year's NBA draft put up historic numbers in his first game, scoring 34 points in a 117-116 win over the Boston Celtics.
Got to win, which mattered the most. Saying all the points, like I said, it's gonna come. It's basketball at the end of the day. Like I've been saying, it's just basketball. Try not to overthink it. You know, I've been putting in the reps, been putting in the work. My teammates been trusting me. I trust my teammates. So, I mean, you know, I was blessed to, you know, be in this position on the big stage in Boston and perform.
His 34 points was the third most points scored by an NBA player in his first game, and a new Sixers record that was held by Allen Iverson, who scored 30 points in his Sixers debut in 1996. VJ's mother, Benja Rhodes, sported in her 76ers jersey, was super excited that her son had an impressive showing in his debut. In a statement, she says she watched his game beaming with pride. It felt almost unreal, giving all the glory to God. She also expressed that she was happy for the Sixers' first win as a team. The Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini also congratulating VJ on his debut last night, stating that VJ's display of skills, determination, and composure on such a prominent stage is a powerful testament to the exceptional talent that thrives within the community, and that the entire nation watch with immense pride as he shined. VJ and the Sixers will be back in action on Saturday when they host the Charlotte Hornets in their home opener. Next in sports, Grand Bahamian professional baseball player Shabazz Young is hosting a free baseball camp on November 15th at the YMCA baseball field. The camp is scheduled to start at 8 a.m. with limited spots available.
I had my first baseball camp on 2018, where I had it was really successful, and then, you know, we had COVID and Dorian, and it's just, for me, I was just away a lot from playing, and I was really, you know, encouraged by a lot of my old sponsors, you know, they do the camp again, and they were just trying to find a good time, and for me to do it, you got a QR code so you could scan it to where you could get applications, so the kids could be basically fill out the application so they could get shirt size and etc.
Certainly proud of our Bahamian athletes. Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
time's the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Ramiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the country's electricity grid gets a pretty impressive financial boost. How much and why are in the details. Plus, where things stand with plans to construct a new specialty hospital in Western New Providence. We have the health minister with the latest. And from head of police to diplomat, a former commissioner assumes a post left vacant. The Bahamas tonight, the national report starts now. Prime Minister orders evacuation. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Tropical storm Melissa rapidly strengthening to a hurricane, and according to meteorologists, quite possibly one of the strongest for the 2025 Atlantic season. Its targets, Cuba, Haiti, and Jamaica, where well over 100 Bahamians are studying. Leaving nothing to chance, the Prime Minister this evening tweeted that he has spoken with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Deputy Prime Minister to arrange an evacuation flight for those students. He assured that in the meantime, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs remains in close contact with the students and will provide further updates. And this, as the Jamaican government this morning issued a hurricane watch alert and has announced that some 881 shelters on that island have been inspected and are ready for occupation. Well, in other news this evening, on the health front, the government signed an $8.4 million contract with a local company for the construction of an urgent care clinic in Stevenson, Cat Island. Apart from strengthening the healthcare infrastructure, the project opens the door to more jobs. Fern Carey takes it from here.
Disaster resistant. Funded by the Inter-American Development Bank, the healthcare facility will feature 3 buildings spread over 12,000 feet with modern equipment. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Dowell, says the clinic will also be weather and disaster resistant.
Designed to operate as an urgent care facility, it will offer laboratory and diagnostic services, telemedicine, environmentally compliant features that are set a new standard for community health centers throughout the country. The project is about Cat Island. It is about providing this essential services for the residents on that island.
The new facility comes amidst a local and global shortage of healthcare professionals, prompting the healthcare minister to address concerns about staffing.
We have staff in the Department of Public Health as it stands. We're training additional staff, and we are now going into contractual agreement with Ghana, Kenya. We did a contractual signing with Rwanda, the University of Rwanda, and so we are now putting Bahamians into more postgraduate programs, as well as we are partnering with private colleges in Nassau and Grand Bahama. I have 50 trained clinical nurses in a program in Tarif.
The new clinic will also provide an economic boost to the island, with some 50 jobs coming on stream during the construction phase. Contractor Stephen Knowles says he and his team are already on the ground in Cat Island.
One of the main and the most challenging parts of Family Island work is logistics, finding labor, skilled labor to do the project. We already have Cat Islanders employed, and we're looking for more Cat Islanders, so we're going to find as much as we could. And where there's gaps, we'll have to bring in additional labor from Nassau.
To further expand, healthcare contracts are also being finalized for clinics to be built in Mars Island and the Berry Islands. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, meantime, provisional approval's been granted for tractors to begin preparing the land on the 50-acre Paul track site for the multi-million-dollar specialty hospital. As reported, the 200-bed facility is being funded through a concessional loan from the China Export-Import Bank.
Of the trees and plants are very important because they have to be moved in a systematic way, potted, and so on completion of the project they will be replanted to ensure that the migratory birds that habited the site will be able to come back, and we will fix the ecosystem. We're near completion with the negotiation with the Chinese Exim Bank, but I'm going to move very swiftly now to complete our part of the plan, which is land preparation for the man camp as well as land preparation for the site. So very soon, you will see tractors on the ground.
Health and Wellness Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville, assures that flooding mitigation will also be included in the process.
We are convinced that this particular hospital will add value, not add additional stresses to the flooding situation, but very soon you will hear us speaking about the mitigation strategy to assist the residents in those areas, which is part of our strategy.
Well, parents of a 5-year-old boy breathing a collective sigh of relief tonight after their child is said to be in stable condition in hospital after falling from a 2-story building on Polima Street around noon today. We understand emergency services, including police and medical personnel, responded promptly to the scene. Fortunately, the child's injuries were not life-threatening. An official investigation is underway to determine the circumstances that led to the incident. Well, the Inter-American Development Bank has approved a $90 million loan to boost power efficiency and reliability across the Bahamas. The funding, the second phase of a larger energy reform program, is expected to strengthen the country's electricity grid, modernize metering, and improve electricity service for 85% of the country. The project includes the installation of smart meters and advanced monitoring systems to help customers better manage their usage, benefiting vulnerable households. Family Island residents will see upgrades through new SCADA technology for faster outage detection and repair, while New Providence will gain a digital mapping system to improve grid resilience and emergency response. Now, the program will also enhance data management and long-term energy planning within Bahamas Power and Light as part of a push toward cleaner, more sustainable energy delivery. The $90 million loan carries a 25-year repayment term with a 5.5-year grace period. Well, coming up, a former top cop secures a diplomatic post. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The new KFC fill-up box, serving 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 buttery biscuits, crispy fries to share, and 12 premium original recipe KFC nuggets, all packed into one crave-worthy box. So dig in and do whatever the crunch you want with the KFC fill-up box. Only at KFC, it's finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300. A comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a Dave's single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Well, you're looking at a shot of the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island, one of the crown jewels of the country's tourism treasure chest. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller. Welcome back. 10 months after resigning as Commissioner of Police, Clayton Fernandez is off to assume another high post early November. This one abroad, as Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, shared with reporters this morning.
It is correct that the former commissioner is now the Consul General in Toronto, and I expect him to do a good job at it. He's got the experience of in administration and international affairs, and I'm sure he'll help the Bahamian community in Toronto very well.
Fernando replaces former cabinet minister and Consul General Melanie Griffin, who Minister Mitchell says will work out of headquarters here in the capital. Well, as campaign fever takes over the Golden Isles constituency, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis is optimistic the governing party will secure its second by-election victory within this term in office. Prime Minister Davis also defended his decision to hold a by-election next month, noting the importance of holding on to Vaughan Miller's legacy.
We have a mission, our vision to continue to build on what we've been doing. We still have a lot of work to do, so more hands on deck. I don't want to lose a hand. I want the plan to continue. We need all hands on deck. I need the seat again to continue what we've been doing.
We're now just hours away from a state funeral for parliamentarian and cabinet minister Vaughan Miller, who died late last month at the age of 64. Earlier today, his body was viewed in the foyer of the House of Assembly. Among those filing in to sign the Book of Condolences, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, who fondly remembered the late Environment and Natural Resources Minister as loyal and committed to serving the nation.
The person I call on at every cabinet meeting before we begin to invoke the aid of deity as we were to embark upon our meetings. And a man of faith, one who is very passionate about his people, passionate about his heritage, passionate about understanding that our wealth, and he often said that our wealth should be spread commonly. Let the wealth be spread.
Prime Minister Davis noted that the projects Mr. Miller was passionate about, like fly fishing, will continue.
As you know, what he was doing was supported by his cabinet colleagues, and we will continue the efforts that he had in those areas of ensuring that flat fishing remains Bahamian, particularly, and that the Bahamians benefit more about it. Issues of degradation of our environment and the loss by biodiversity.
Now, also ahead of Friday's state funeral and good old-fashioned wake at the Broadcasting Corporation last evening, celebrating the life of Vaughn Miller, who spent some time here as a broadcaster before entering frontline politics. One of several speakers, BCB Executive Chairman Picewell Forbes touted Miller's unique style and deportment in both arenas while offering support to his widow.
He wanted to represent South Elucia like I represented South Andros. We were both hometown boys. He was steady, engaging, not given to divisiveness. He was not one for instability nor uncertainty. He was solid, and his word was his bond. Sister Cassie, our thoughts and our prayers are with you. And your son, we love you. And I can assure you beyond just Friday that we'll be there for you.
The BCB's General Manager, Clint Watson, meantime shared that all of Miller's life was centered on purpose and people.
He listened to what he knew his soul was saying, because people will come in the name of the Lord and deliver false messages. He knew that his purpose was greater. And tonight, whether you believed he achieved it or not, there is a nation that is talking about his mandate because he came, he lived, and he did. You see, your story is not defined or written by what people think you should do or who people think you are. Your story will actually be defined by what you actually achieve and the people whose lives you impact.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
With my Freedom 15, I always get the latest. That's a cop.
With my Freedom 15, I never miss the Facebook drama.
With my Freedom 15, I can call my friends on the Alive network at any time. Girl, you calling me again? Yes, and I have 100 free minutes to call the U.S. and Canada, so you know.
All the way means collective hope.
Togetherness.
Sharing resources, you're sharing energy, and you're sharing a common goal.
All of we means community.
We jamming.
A shared history.
They coming together to share their ideas.
All of we is one family. All of we is one.
The journey that we share.
Stronger together.
A perpetual collaborative effort that's built on community. That's what all of we means to me.
For every shape-up, after-school activity, unplanned home repair, and other day-to-day spending, there's SandDollar. SandDollar is a convenient way to send and receive money instantly. SandDollar is easy to use. It's safe and secure. Just like physical cash, SandDollar is issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. And best of all, there are no fees for individuals to send or receive funds. Download a SandDollar-enabled digital wallet and enjoy the benefits of the digital Bahamian dollar. Spend it locally. Transfer it to and from a local bank account or convert it to and from physical cash. Learn more at www.sanddollar.bs.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything. Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesar.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza. Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
A nation pauses to remember the life of the late Honorable Vaughn Miller, a man who served his people with purpose and passion.
You are the leaders of tomorrow. You all will one day be the inheritors and successors.
Join the ZNS Network for live simulcast coverage of his state funeral. Our teams will be there every step of the way as tributes are paid to a life of service and faith. Friday, October 24th, beginning at 8:30 a.m.
Well, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture arriving at a pretty exciting point in its social calendar. It's that time of year when quite a few of the country's youth are awarded. We turn now to our Lloyd Allen for all the details.
The proud cohort of the 2025 Bahamas National Youth Awards program were officially recognized Tuesday as they gathered at Government House, all receiving recognition for their various categories. According to head of the Youth Division at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Sandina Neely, it's the first step toward the final selection in the program.
All of our nominees received medals, and now they go on to the final round, which is our award ceremony, and we're going to see who the 17 top winners will be in each category for which they were nominated tonight. This year's theme is Youth Voices Unlocked, and what better way to unlock our young people's voices by honoring them.
Supported by family and friends and community partners, the group received their medals from Governor General, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt, and Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg.
It makes me feel good that I'm finally one of them, and I get to be in my own space with my name on a board.
Not all the youth are lost in our country. Very proud.
Someone is out here watching. You know, someone sees you. So you're not doing it in vain.
A posthumous celebration also helping a widow to reminisce on the accomplishments of her late husband.
We called him the maestro, Bruce Pratt. He organized and set up the youth band in the Church of God, Bahamas.
As a number of nominees were in from the Family Islands, Kiana Rule says the moment feels surreal as her younger godbrother, Zion, is also being honored.
It does give a more big of a push in order to get where I want to be.
It makes me feel extremely grateful since it's actually my first time coming to Government House.
Celebrating the moment and preparing to move on to the next step, many of these young people say they are simply happy to contribute to the future development of their country. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, congratulations to all the awardees. We're going to keep the good news going with Royston and Melena, who are going to give us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now, as always.
Good evening, Wakushla. Another great set of news for Bahamians everywhere who should be very proud of VJ Edgecombe's performance of the Sixers last night, making a debut and making NBA history, scoring a massive 34 points. So congratulations there.
Congratulations to him. And then as for our show, we've got a very health-focused show going on tonight. We've got the Bahamas AIDS Foundation in. We've also got the story of a breast cancer survivor that you're going to want to hear.
Absolutely.
Well, stay tuned for that. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report continues after this.
Portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Diet-friendly special.
Up in the morning and I take a walk outside. I see the sunshine, I see a new day, and that feeling puts a smile right on my face. I know just what to do, go to the paint place. So if you wanna paint it right the first time, go to the paint place. Stop at the
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Like, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special place.
How many
of them would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Anagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start.
We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time, for families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
It's time for your first look at the tropics, and it's brought to you by the Disaster Risk Management Authority. And this evening, well, we continue to monitor Melissa. Melissa has weakened slightly over the last 6 hours or so. It's now packing winds of 45 miles per hour, and its position is now about 200 miles to the south-southeast of Kingston, Jamaica, and some 290 miles to the southwest of Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Just crawling towards the north-northwest at about 2 miles per hour. Now, we anticipate that it will continue on that north-northwest track for yet another day or so, but by the weekend, it's going to shift back towards the west, and that should keep it just slightly to the south of Jamaica before it eventually makes that turn towards the north and then towards the north and east. And once that happens, well, of course, Cuba is ahead of that, and that will play a major role in what happens with Melissa before it reaches the Bahamas. So we anticipate some weakening as it crosses the mountainous terrain of Cuba before reaching into the warm waters of the Bahamas, where rapid intensification could possibly take place. So we'll have to watch this one very, very closely over the next several days. Now, elsewhere throughout the tropical Atlantic, tropical cyclone development is not anticipated over the next 7 days.
Well, thanks, Basil. And that does it for the National Report. But stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Good to grow, keeping you in the know. You in the know, God, it's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow.
Standing in the heart of her watermelon garden on Cat Island, Daisy Mae Hunter beams with pride. For more than 30 years, she's been working the land. Hands in the soil, eyes in the sky, and a heart full of passion for farming. She says it all started when she was just a young girl.
We had to go into the farm. Every holiday or time off from school, our parents will have us going in the farm. So we had to plant, we had to weed, we had to plant in the farm before we go off for that little holiday. And so for that reason, that would mold me, and it come out where I am the only daughter that fall in love with farming.
She says there's something special about watching a seed turn into life, something that keeps her going year after year.
It's a sentimental value. And so I treat it as a blessing, and I can always go back and piggyback on it, and to say where I have come from to where I am now. And so I can teach it to my children and my grandchildren. And unfortunately, I ain't going nowhere now, so I might be able to teach it to my great-grands. That's the blessings of the Lord.
When asked what message she has for the country's youth, Daisy doesn't hesitate.
You have to work for what you want, regardless of how it is. For me, I don't look at dirty work. My money is not dirty, and I love gardening. And I realized that I have to eat, and it helped me to survive. And also farming did a good thing for me because it helps me to take care of my children. I'm a mother with 5 children, single mother with 5 children. And I grow them up and basically take care of them, send them to school of farming. So they know the value of farming themselves, that mommy worked hard for us. And that's how I got my money and able to take care of my kids and send them to school.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Jermel Strawn not only represents the constituency of Nassau Village, but he reads to the kids of the area as well. Book a section now or check out the story straight ahead.
And the cultural awards are on tap this weekend. Are you in the count? Stay close to find out.
Plus, the Anglican community held its synod this week and also did its civic duty by organizing a blood drive.
And coming up in sports, VJ Edgecombe explodes for NBA record in debut.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Inventor of the telephone, Alexander Graham Bell, said, "Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work at hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus." Good evening, I'm Royson Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
I heard there's some more disturbing weather coming our way next week, Marlena. Yeah. Not too excited about that, but Melissa is predicted to stir up a little bit of trouble.
Well, Melissa, you said we have a chauffeur here named Melissa, and she is a very peaceful soul. And so I'm just hoping that the storm is going to copy her and choose peace as well. Like, that's what I'm going to put out there. Peaceful.
Right. You know, in the words of Bruno Mars, don't believe me, just watch.
Oh, Lord.
Until then, let's dive right into the news. Of course, the Atlantis Paradise Island will be beaming with Bahamian culture this weekend as the National Culture Awards will be on full display. Atlantis officials are excited to host the event that recognizes Bahamians across the creative landscape for music, dance, theater, visual arts, literature, and cultural expression. Atlantis' Executive Director of Community Development, Tashina Robinson, pointed out how their support is a tribute to their invaluable Bahamian entertainment partners.
Bahamian culture and community development is just a part of our DNA. And so the honorees are T-Connection, Saturday Night, and I'm doing all right, yeah. And their sweet ballad, I can see heaven in your eyes when you smile. And so Bahamas, Who Let the Dogs Out, that's a video with 93 million views on YouTube, and it's a song that won the Best Dance Recording in 2001 at the Grammys. So both bands and all of our honorees are trailblazers in their own right, and Atlantis is so happy to play our part in ensuring that they and others get the recognition they deserve.
Bahamas Cultural Commission Chairperson Carolyn Vogt Evans is equally as excited about showcasing Bahamian culture at its best.
About this award is that
we focus on those individuals who would have achieved a certain level of success nationally, but more so internationally. Either they would have exposed the world to the Bahamas or brought the Bahamas to the world in some kind of way. Also, they would be the masters in their craft.
Sian Bevins has a story to tell. She's telling her story with hopes that it encourages others to stay vigilant, trust their instincts, and never delay follow-ups, as early detection truly saves lives. She's always had fibrocystic breasts, so she made it a habit to pay close attention to any changes, especially if a lump felt different. In November 2013, while at a presentation to Sister Breast Cancer Support Group, she decided to ask about calcifications and was told just how serious it was. She made an appointment to see a breast surgical oncologist, and after mammograms and ultrasounds and biopsies, she was diagnosed with breast cancer in her right breast and lymph nodes. A hematology oncologist was brought into her care team and explained how aggressive the cancer was and recommended a mastectomy, chemotherapy, hysterectomy, and 10 years of maintenance medication. And here she is, many years later, telling her story of survival. This is what you call a real cancer survivor warrior. All the best to you, Sian, in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What a story. Royston?
That's an excellent, heartwarming story. Thanks, Marlena. As the Anglican Diocese of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands gathers for its 122nd annual synod, the diocese, in collaboration with the Public Hospitals Authority, launched a diocesan blood donation initiative by Father Jude Edamame. The Anglican Hospital and Prison Chaplain organized a blood drive to help address the ongoing national shortage of blood.
We know that blood is very critical in the healthcare sector, and especially in the lives of those who are sick, those who have terminal illness, women who are giving birth, and those who are on dialysis, cancer patients, and many others. So we felt that this is a positive way of responding to those names.
Father Edamame says the drive is part of ongoing efforts by the Anglican Diocese to strengthen the Church's mission of healing, service, and community. He stated that it is the duty of the Church to care for a person's mind, body, and spirit, and churches are doing so weekly.
At St. Matthew's, we have a soup kitchen. At least 2 to 3 times a week, people who are hungry can come there and get some hot meal. At the end, everyone as well, we also have food packages that are made available to those who are in need. And people with all kinds of issues come to us, and we do our best to address their needs.
Still to come, Army Ford Strawn, president of the Bahamas AIDS Foundation, is live in studio to give us the good news about HIV self-test. And also on the other side of the break is our Basil Dean to tell us about Tropical Storm Melissa. So stay close.
New Providence Primary School District recently hosted its district-wide symposium to celebrate school and student success during the last academic year. The administrators, teachers, and students of Eva Hilton Primary School has dubbed the school the best in the West, earning top academic, athletic, and performing arts awards in the district.
Eva Hilton has a legacy that we must uphold, simply because we come from the Oaksville primary days and we carry the name Eva Hilton herself. Last year we were successful in raising the GPA from 2.0 to all of the students, about 87% of them are now making 2.0 and above, as opposed to the previous year, which was only 82% of them. We have gained lots of awards. In the previous year we came second in junior junk canoe. We're golf champions. I think it's 5-peat. We, I guess, unstoppable when it comes to academics because we are still ranking high in the district. We came first in math, language arts, third, and I think it was social studies, second in science, and we're gunning for the top spot in those because, of course, like I said, we have a legacy to uphold.
6th grade student Philip Mortimer shared his accomplishments.
Principal list and top achievers. I am in Student Christian Movement, drama and speech, Red Cross, and swimming. I was able to get those accomplishments by studying hard, and my teachers was pushing me.
The symposium was designed to build school pride and officially recognize schools, parents, and community partners for their invaluable assistance. Johnny McIntosh for Ed Talk.
From pumpkins to candies, the magic of Halloween can be found in the savings at Super Value and Quality supermarkets. Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, 15 ounces, $1.69. Sharper's Value ketchup, 23 ounces, $1.89. Bone-in chicken breast, $2.29 per pound. Baby back ribs, $3.39 per pound. Fresh tomatoes, $1.99 per pound. No tricks, but definitely treats when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
Time now for your Access Weather Forecast, and we get you started in the tropics, and there is Tropical Storm Melissa. Has weakened a bit, now packing winds of 45 miles per hour, and it's moving, I should say, crawling now towards the north-northwest at about 2 miles per hour. Now, we anticipate that Melissa will eventually turn back towards to northwest and then towards the west, keeping it just to the south of Jamaica before eventually making that turn towards the north, and that should happen sometime over the weekend, where we expect some intensification to take place. And this could become a major hurricane before it reaches the coast of Cuba. Now, once it gets across Cuba, we expect the mountainous terrain to weaken that a bit. Now, how much it weakens, we still do not know. But once it gets into the warm waters of the Bahamas, we anticipate that, again, rapid intensification is likely. So we'll have to keep our eyes on this very, very closely. And we're asking residents in the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands to prepare themselves for the arrival of this system. And once the Department of Meteorology begins to issue any kind of watches and warning, to follow whatever advice is given in those watches and warnings. As we take you into our live weather radar, we still have that old frontal boundary across the southeast Bahamas, firing up some showers in the vicinity of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Inagua, Crooked Island, and Ackland's also getting some showers there from this system. And as we take you now to our boating forecast for tonight through Friday, in the northwest and central islands, those winds are going to be northeast to east at 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights 4 to 7 feet. So boaters are asked to exercise caution. High tide 9:46 tonight, with another high tide at 10:08 tomorrow morning. And for the southeast Bahamas tonight through Friday, easterly winds 15 to 25 knots. Very rough sea conditions at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So we're asking small craft to exercise extreme caution in the southeast Bahamas through Friday. And as we take it to Saturday, you see those winds continue to increase. And that's as Melissa gets a little closer to the southeast Bahamas. The winds becoming northeast to east, 20 to 30 knots, wave height 7 to 10 feet. High tide would take place at 10:47 in the morning, with the low tide at 5:18 in the afternoon. And so we ask a small craft to simply stay in port on Saturday. And for the southeast Bahamas, northeast winds once again, 20 to 30 knots, 7 to 12 foot seas. Again, small craft in the southeast Bahamas should stay in port on Saturday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royals Assurance.
Somebody tell a friend. Oh, come on. Hey, straight out the treat you now, you know. Watch this. I had this situation that yuck up my fixation, but just listen, there's a why. I was messing with this something, but she was somebody something. She wants to be on the side. Run and next, I find out the truth. I didn't want to get to no dispute. I break it off to find something new.
That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Malina.
Thanks so much, Basil. Our guest tonight, live in studio, is Arami Ford.
And she's the president of the Bahamas AIDS Foundation, so welcome to Access Now.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome indeed. Tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about the HIV self-test kits.
Yes.
And how you can do them at home, but I think first, Arami, can you tell us a little bit about the function of the Bahamas AIDS Foundation?
So the AIDS Foundation, the Bahamas AIDS Foundation, is a nonprofit organization that began at the behest of Dr. Perry Gomez. When in the early 80s, when there was a lot of, in fact, the problem was medical professionals did not want to service patients.
Wow.
We didn't have a lot of information about the disease, how people contracted the disease. And so at the behest of Dr. Gomez, the ladies from the Zonta Club helped patients in clinics. Camille Lady Barnett is also still a member of the Zonta Club, and she, along with some other Zonta members, created what we now know as the Bahamas AIDS Foundation. So she retired 2 years ago. She was our president for 23 years.
Wow.
I've been with the foundation for about 15 years, on the board for 9. I don't intend to be president for that long, but someone needed to do the job, so here I am.
Great leaders are always called to do the job.
Yeah, okay.
Can you tell us about the home test kits and how they work
so
exactly?
We're excited that we've invested in home test kits. The problem in this country with HIV is we still have a lot of stigma and discrimination around HIV. And so there are many people walking around this country who are quietly suffering and, you know, with this secret because of fear of discrimination. I lost my sister to HIV, and that's why I became involved. And I do realize that, you know, she was stripped of her humanity, and all the people, all the friends, all of the community, they would just leave. You know, there's a lot of stigma and discrimination around HIV. And so we also recognize that people may be fearful to go and get tested for fear. And so we're making self-testing kits available where people could sit with the information. If, God forbid, they test positive, there's a QR code that will traffic them to resources.
Perfect.
They could get counseling, they could get the help they need, but they have an opportunity to sit with that information before making whatever move.
Because you can live a long, healthy life with a positive status these days, so that's
you
incredible.
Absolutely can
Knowing
live a
your status is
healthy
so key.
life with HIV. There's a lot of advancement with medication, but I will say I don't think you could live a normal life with HIV because of the discrimination. You know, so people, it's just a difficult thing. And so we're really amplifying our efforts to educate the public, because you don't have to catch HIV. Every time I hear of a new diagnosis, it breaks my heart. PEP is available, PrEP is available. And for those people who are positive, if they get on antiretroviral drugs and suppress the infection, they're not able to transmit the disease. And so we want people to understand that.
That there have been many advancements. Now, where can people find these home test kits?
So we have it available at the Bahamas AIDS Foundation. If you want, you can call us at 325-9326, and we will make a test available to you. What we've been doing is supplying it to high-risk people, where we know people who are probably at higher risk, where they congregate, if you will. We would go and make it available to them. But if you feel you need a test, you can give us a call and we'll make one available to you free of charge.
Wow. That's incredible, and hopefully it'll help drive down new cases as well, which has been coming down steadily over the last decade.
Yeah, we've had some increase in 2024 over 23, and there was a big increase with syphilis and other STIs. So certainly if you can get syphilis, you can contract HIV. We've done a lot of good work and we've come a very long way, but my concern is people are now resting on their laurels and thinking it's no longer an issue. And now we're starting to be irresponsible in sexual behavior.
Wow. We have two big things coming up as well. We have World AIDS Day on December 1st, but we also, before that...
The Red Ribbon Ball.
Exactly.
The Red Ribbon Ball.
Exactly. Tell us about it. I hear all the stops are being pulled
So
off
the
for this
Red
one.
Ribbon Ball this year is our 29th ball,
and we will be hosting a ball under the theme New York, New York.
Okay.
And we are celebrating New York as it was the epicenter of the beginning of the HIV virus in the early 80s. You know, a lot of gay men were becoming infected, so nobody cared. Nobody wanted to even, you know, deal with them. And then, so there was a lot of people rioting and begging the government for research, for medication, for testing, and nobody cared about it. And then little soccer moms started to get sick. And CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. And then it became a human disease and not just a gay disease, right? But New York has really set the standard for how we respond to the HIV epidemic. And we're just bringing out all the stops. So Wildflowers will be in the house. So there's going to be a lot of iconic New York areas at the ballroom.
They do a phenomenal job.
John Bull is going to be in the house, so all things luxury. We're going to see Jimmy Choo, and the Tiffany Hardware is going to be out there. Commonwealth Brewery is in the house.
The drinks are going to be
The drinks will be flowing. And the grand prize winner is going to win a trip to Napa Valley. And this person will be hosted to 3 winery tours, 3 luxury premium winery tours.
That sounds amazing.
Going Places is providing trip to New York because we're doing New York, New York.
There you go.
And of course, Neymar is going to be in the house for sound and lighting. We have so much going on. We have an art package, food package, you know, foodie package, where winners of raffle prizes can have dinner, you know, parties, different places.
It definitely sounds like something
you're not going to want to miss. The Red Ribbon Ball is a vibe. It's a party.
There you go.
It is a backyard party disguised as an opulent event. No,
Make sure to put it in your social calendar.
As an opulent event. It is a vibe.
Army, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Please give us a call, 325-9328. If you want tickets, they're available, and you don't want to miss it.
And of course, I hope all of our citizens take advantage of these HIV self-tests as well.
Please, we're here to help.
Thank you so much. It's time now to check in with Charles Fisher for Total Sports to see what's on tap. Thanks again for coming.
Sports. Rookie VJ Edgecombe didn't look like a rookie in his NBA debut last night. He went off, and he went off. Watch out for the highlights coming up later.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, and Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Hey, this is Gino D, and it's all about the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Cultural Awards 2025. Awardees are T-Connection and Bahamas, along with honorable mention of other cultural icons, Special appearance by top Bahamian artists, backed by the Spike Band. Theme, Paradise in the Islands. The Cultural Awards 2025. Saturday, October 25th at 8 p.m. at Lattice Theater, Paradise Island. Don't you miss it.
Join Pastor Gino Jennings for services in Nassau, Bahamas at British Colonial Hotel, 1 Bay Street, Nassau. Services are Friday, October 24th at 7 p.m., Saturday, October 25th at 5 p.m., and Sunday, October 26th at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Again, the British Colonial Hotel, 1 Bay Street, Nassau. For information, call 267-989-9189.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports in Access Now. I'm Charles Fisher. Just a few minutes from now, over the Bankers Blue Hills Field is Game 5 of the New Providence Softball Association Ladies Championship. The reigning champs, the Sunshine Auto Wildcats, they are in the driver's seat, up 3-1 on the Ballers Elite. A must-win for Ballers Elite if they want to extend this series. Make sure to tune in first thing tomorrow morning for the results if you can't make it out to the Bankers Field later on this evening. Junior girls softball pennant on the line in the BAISS Wednesday between the two-time champs Queens College Comets and the Big Red Machine of Sac in Fox Hill. It was all Madison Dillard doing it from the mound, one of her 8 Ks on the day. At the plate, batting in a few runs as the Big Red Machine with a statement win, 12-5.
I think we did pretty good. We stayed focused, we kept the energy up, and we listened to our coaches mainly, and that's why I think we won. I think I did good, personally. I think I did good because I stayed focused. I didn't let walks or bad pitches get to me, and I stayed focused. And I'm glad that now we're the pennant winners, so we can have a good position as a championship.
Well, what a debut for 3rd overall pick in this year's NBA draft, and it had to come against my team, the Boston Celtics. VJ didn't waste any time. Edgecombe made history in the Philadelphia 76ers 117-116 win over the Celtics on Wednesday night. The Bimini native dropped in 14 points in the first 12 minutes, breaking a record that LeBron James set more than 2 decades ago in his debut. Edgecombe scored the most points in the first quarter of an NBA debut in league history. James had 12 in the opening period of his debut with the Cavaliers back in 2003. Edgecombe didn't stop there. He finished the night with 34 points and 7 rebounds while shooting 13 of 26 from the field and 5 of 13 from deep. His 34 points were the most scored in an NBA debut since 1974 and the 3rd most all-time. Will Chamberlain holds that record, 43 in his debut in 1959. Edgecombe is the only player in this century to drop at least 30. He also broke the Sixers record, which was set by Allen Iverson of 30 points in his debut back in 1996.
Got to win, which mattered the most. Saying all the points, like I said, it's going to come. It's basketball at the end of the day. Like I've been saying, it's just basketball. Try not to overthink it. You know, I've been putting in the reps, been putting in the work. My teammates been trusting me. I trust my teammates. So, I mean, you know, I was blessed to, be in this position on the big stage in Boston and perform.
And playing with Team Bahamas this summer, Shaw boasted his confidence that he could ball with the big boys.
It's a different game when I'm playing with Team Bahamas. You know, I don't have Tyrese Maxey, I don't have, Joel Embiid, but like I say, Team Bahamas definitely helped me a lot. They definitely helped me a lot, helped me, like you say, know that I can be on the floor with certain players. I know I can play on the biggest stage. We were 1 game away from the Olympics, the world's biggest stage, you know what I'm saying? So, that's where my confidence comes from, but I know I work every day and all my life for moments like this. This is my dream. I pray for this. I always pray to just make it to the NBA and to stay in the NBA, man, and that's what it is.
And that's going to do it for Sports and Access Now. We'll have much more coming up in the Bahamas tonight.
It's Bahamas' biggest night.
Live this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground, performing for the first time. Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground. Nassau. Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. For info, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Welcome back. You're looking at a shot of the world-famous Cabbage Beach located on Paradise Island. This beach is known for its white, powdery sands. Oh, the beautiful Bahamas. Our flight is boarding, and it's not to Exuma today. Let's get on the plane to the big yard, Andros. Let's go.
In the heart of Andros, where turquoise waters meets untouched wilderness, there's a place that captures the true essence of Bahamian beauty. That's Stafford Creek Lodge. Our news team traveled there without me to experience what locals call the Stafford Experience. Here's what West Calix Forbes with this story.
Tucked away on the northern tip of New Providence, Stafford Key Lodge is more than just a getaway. It's where nature, culture, and conservation meets. The creek's glass waters went through a thriving ecosystem that sustains both life and livelihood.
Stafford Creek Lodge is a very unique ecosystem. It has 5 huge freshwater lakes that feeds it, and it means it's a natural breeding ground for shrimp, blue crab, tarpon, cubera snapper, lots of marine life.
Prescott Smith, owner and guide, says it isn't just about fishing. It's about protecting one of the most vital natural nurseries in the Bahamas.
There would be no fishing industry in the Bahamas as we know it without the red mangroves. So Andros is home to the largest mangrove nursery system in the country, and it feeds the Great Bahama Bank, where most of the commercial fishermen from around the Bahamas, be they Eleuthera, Long Island, Abaco, the Exumas, most of it takes place on the Great Bahama Bank, and this is the nursery system that is replenishing those marine resources.
Smith also remembers the late Von Miller, a man he says saw the creek's true potential.
He was very passionate about supporting the fly fishing industry, guides from all over the Bahamas. As a matter of fact, he was the first minister in my 30-year attempt to get a cabinet minister to visit the largest mangrove nursery system in the country. And as a matter of fact, he sat right here on the dock.
The Androsian says the dream is to see Bahamians take ownership of that legacy, from guides to scientists to artists, all inspired by the sea.
I think it's important that we protect the industry for Bahamians, and then you would be able to develop the entire industry, because the industry is more than just guiding and lodging. When you think of Bahamian who is an artist, the Bahamian student who aspired to be a marine biologist, environmental studies.
Fly fishing in the Bahamas is a multi-million-dollar industry, attracting high-end fishers from all around the world and employing scores of Bahamians. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix-Forbes.
Now, that's what you call the Stafford experience. Great story there, Wes. Good things coming around for Andros all around. Marlena?
Thanks, Royston. Well, a little girl had some fun at church recently, and our Matea Cunningham has the story in Let's Talk Socials.
Hey everyone, it's Matea, and this is Let's Talk Socials. So today we're talking about a video that has been melting hearts all over social media. A little girl seen in church dancing her heart out in her mother's heels. That's right, this tiny praise dancer was giving it her all, rocking the heels like she owned the stage. The video shows her moving with so much confidence and joy, completely unbothered. And honestly, it's the purest thing you'll see today. Take a look at this. It's moments like these that remind us how powerful and beautiful childlike innocence can be, especially in worship. People online couldn't get enough of it, with comments like, "Train up a child," and "She's definitely her mother's daughter." It's safe to say she stole the show and a few hearts while she was at it. That's all for today's Let's Talk Socials. What do you think of this little star in heels? Let me know down below in the comments, and we'll chat next week.
You know, she's always the first one to be in the car on their way to church. You know that.
For sure. That's what you call dancing with all your heart and soul.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. A small programming note before we go. There will be no Access newscast tomorrow due to the funeral of Cabinet Minister, the Honorable Von Miller.
Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. for live coverage of his state funeral. Good night, everybody.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.